Good morning. It is Monday, October, 11th, I think. Oh, no, that's not right. Okay, I'm sorry, don't know the date. Anyway, I'm happy to be here, and what we're going to talk about today is why keto is the worst diet of all for you to go to and what it does to your body. And then we have a couple questions from our group, our Facebook group, and our YouTube groups, our YouTube comments. One is speed of which you eat. Another is, what if you are just not hungry, you've begun your healthy thin mentality, and you're like, wow, I'm not hungry, what do I do now? And then let's see, and head hunger, okay? So 3 really good questions, really good things to dive into. But for you guys who are watching this because of the keto headline, I want to get right to that. So this channel is all about getting to your happy, healthy weight and staying there. And the second part of that phrase is the thing that we miss when we diet, is getting to our happy, healthy weight, okay, and staying there. So keto is gotta be the worst, or keto diets that do a low carb or zero carb and all protein diet work like this. They make you lose weight. Ketosis is a state of your body where you are shedding a lot of water weight. That is why you go to the bathroom so frequently, and I'm sorry to kind of. And so you end up releasing a lot of ketones, and so when you weigh yourself, you're thinner. So you think you weigh less. So you think, and you do. Your fat cells shrink because they are completely dehydrated. That is what ketosis is. It is releasing of fat cells, and it's like the way to test if you're in ketosis is to see what's in your urine, okay? So short term, yes, you lose weight, absolutely. You don't eat bread, you don't eat pasta, you don't eat flour. So your short term mindset is, this is amazing. And another thing ketosis does is suppress hunger. Yeah, I've done ketosis a long time ago, and it's not new, guys. For you guys who think it's the new next greatest thing, it's not new. It's not new at all. It's been around for at least since the 60s, and probably before that, but it's been around a very long time. And it gets such popularity because of the rapid weight loss. Yes, it's rapid, but here's the thing. It is absolutely not permanent. It's not even close to being permanent. It is the quickest rapid rebound weight gain thing you can do to your body. The best way to gain weight back quickly, and then when you gain weight back, as I tell you all the time, it's not just like fat and muscle like you lost, it's all fat in general, right? So if you are new to this channel, and you guys who are not new, hang in here while we just go over this for people who are new. If you are really feeling that desperate, like I need to lose weight, I'm either morbidly obese or 10 pounds overweight, whatever you are, and you guys, if you are morbidly obese or 10 pounds overweight, the problem is the same. You feel desperate, you want to lose the weight. So you guys who are heavier, don't think that if someone who wants desperately to lose 10 pounds is in a different ballgame than you. It's the same desperation, which is why we do stupid things like go on keto, because that's a quick answer. We want quick answers. We want quick answers to problems that are long-term. And especially if you are more overweight, your problem is long-term because it took you a while to get there, right? But if you're slightly overweight and you want to lose weight too, maybe you've been struggling for years and years to get that last 10 pounds off, or whatever the heck it is you want to get off. It doesn't matter, guys. It's all the same. It's all you, completely disconnected from your body. And ketosis, guys, is the worst. I mean, it's hard for me to say the worst because I haven't done every single diet out there, but from my experience, ketosis sets up the binge feelings, the rapid rebound weight gain more than any other. And another reason it does this is not only because the minute you have, go on ketosis and you lose 40 pounds, whatever, and you're feeling so awesome, you have one piece of bread and you gain 5 pounds. This is not an exaggeration, because as soon as you ingest carbs, your body goes, what is this? You not only have those calories, which are reasonable, you have the carbohydrates, which your body is no longer used to, and so it makes you retain water, which is normal. You rehydrate, which is actually good, but it makes you look at the scale and go, oh God, how can I gain 5 pounds from one piece of bread? Surely this is evidence that bread is really bad because it makes me gain all this weight. No, it's not. It has nothing to do with it. It's because you're in a state of rapid rebound weight gain that occurs after you go on the zero carb diet or really low carb diet. That's what happens. And again, that's why it's successful in the media, and that's why it gets a lot of great press because of that. So if you're tempted to do something like that, think very carefully of the long term. And you guys, especially you guys who are young, who want quick things and you want the answer to be right around the corner because Saturday night's coming up and you want to fit in your jeans, yeah, do keto, and then next week you'll have gained more weight back and you'll be back where you started from. Yeah, I did that for years myself. So I understand that desperation and that wanting to be a certain weight. But stick with me here and get your healthy thin mentality, and you'll never have to worry about this again. I'm looking at a comment. If you've been doing HM for long enough and eating when you're not hungry, if you have been doing healthy thin mentality for a long enough time and eating when you're not hungry seems unpleasant in your head, when food sounds good, does that mean you're hungry? Oh, great question. Okay. Let's address that right away, because I know the hunger cues are the thing that get people the most in the beginning. Like, how do I know if I'm hungry? If food just sounds good, does that mean I'm hungry? Again, just like that comment just asked. Here's the answer. When you are trying to reconnect with your body after the damage that you've done to yourself by dieting, especially keto, things like that, because you've disconnected, like I'm hungry and I ignore it, or I just don't eat whole food groups, so that my body has no idea what to do with this food group when I reintroduce it. Again, like keto, you all of a sudden have a carb and then you gain 5 pounds. Absolutely, literally, that happened to me 100%. And so what do you do when you're trying to reconnect with your healthy thin mentality that Mother Nature gave you, that yes, you have, yes, you have, yes, you have. It's just buried underneath your diet mentality. You have to dig her or him out. Dig it out, because it is in there. So when you're beginning and you're going, okay, food sounds really good right now. Like, does that mean I'm hungry? Okay, let's take that exact example. You're sitting there and you're going, wow, some banana bread right now sounds so good. Am I really hungry, or am I just imagining that? Okay, have a small piece. I'm talking about a small, like a bite or two. What happens in your mouth? What happens to your whole body? Do you light up? Do you feel better? Or is it kind of in your mouth and you just it almost feels foreign? Like when you're hungry, something in your mouth, like food, whatever it is you're craving, is really amazing. It's like it lights you up. It's like your saliva, increases, and it tastes really, really good. If you put something in your mouth, like some food in your mouth, and it's just like, yeah, food is always kind of good, right? Mother Nature gave us that gift so we would eat, so we would survive. Food is always going to be somewhat pleasant, right? Not always, I should say. No, when I don't have hunger, food actually is the last thing I want, and actually makes, you're like, ugh. So I should say that. But in general, I understand the feeling of, even when you're not hungry, food can be, in some ways, a small pleasure. And the trade-off, guys, with your healthy thin mentality is to say to yourself, okay, the thought of banana bread sounds really good. I put it in my mouth. It doesn't taste that amazing. I mean, it's good because, I made it. And I know it's yummy and everything. But let me just wait an hour and try it again. And is it amazing then? Okay, not really. Okay, 2 hours. Is it great then? Starting to be really good. Like even the thought of it, and I salivate. Even just the thought of it. I don't need to put it in my mouth and I salivate. These are clues that, it's time to eat something. And whether it's something sweet or something protein dense or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's you listening to your body and saying, okay, I think I'm hungry. How does this seem? Does this seem amazing? Does this seem like my body is agreeing with me for doing this? Or is it going in your mouth and you're just kind of like, yeah, and you're thinking about other stuff while you're eating? When you're eating and food is good, it takes your full attention. It's like, oh, this is so good. That's where you want to live. So back to me saying the trade-off. The trade-off with a healthy thin mentality is that when you eat, it's so good, you guys. It's so good. It's beautiful. It's fun. It's joyful. It's not stressful. It's not guilty. It's no matter what you're eating, you're never guilty because you're like, oh God, I ate that at lunch, and man, I just feel so bad, and like, oh, I've kind of blown the day. Let me go back to the keto thing, because I'm thinking about that, and another really bad thing that keto does to you is it gives you this on or off feeling. So when you're on keto, when you're in ketosis, and maybe you guys have done like the urine test where I'm in ketosis, that's great. When you eat even a very small carbohydrate, you're knocked out of ketosis, okay? You're knocked out of it. So that sets up a very dangerous thing. It's literally dangerous. And you guys who have eating disorders, I'm not a doctor or anything, but we all have some sort of disordered eating. That's what I would have said about me. I had disordered eating, not an eating disorder, but I had the extremely common, pervasive disordered eating, where you didn't listen to your body, you listened to some clock or rule book. So instead of eating, body needs food, eat, you're going, this outside source says to eat, so I will. So you get that order correct, and your body asks for food, and then you supply it, and things work out. But with keto and diets that demonize complete food groups, what happens is you have one carbohydrate, and I'm out of ketosis. I've blown it now, so I'm bad. I'm off ketosis. So instead of just going through your day and having good eating experiences, you're either on or off. So in many diets, you're either on your diet or off your diet. Okay, so that's pervasive in diet culture. But with keto, it's particularly bad because if you've been on it, you know I'm either in ketosis or I'm not. So when you're in ketosis and you blow it by eating a cracker, literally a tiny amount of carbs, and then you're out of ketosis, it makes you get that all or nothing mentality that is the essence of dieting, which is the essence of destroying your relationship with food, eating, and your body. Because if it's on or off, if it's good or bad, that's not life. So when you have like one piece of chocolate, instead of saying, wow, I really love that, and I'm done with that, I'm going to move on with my day, you eat the whole thing, or you eat 20 pieces or 10 pieces or whatever, because you've already broken it for the day. You've already ruined it for the day or the week or wherever your mind goes. Some people, if they have a problem and they are off the diet for, have something bad, that ruins their whole week. Some people it's just a day. Some people it's a month. Like, oh, well, this is a bad month. And the people who for it's a bad month, then that's a month-long cycle of being off the diet and overeating because you know the next month you're going to go on one. That's where weight gain really happens because you're off. You get in that mindset of, well, I have to wait now for November 1st because I like to diet in months. And again, some people it's I have to wait for Monday, or some people it's I have to wait for tomorrow. But these are the things that get you in this cycle of weight gain because you're not ever living as a normal eater. You're either on a diet or off a diet and anticipating a diet. And when you are anticipating a diet, it changes the way you eat. And that makes you think really terrible things about yourself, like, wow, see, if I'm not on a diet, I would eat chocolate all day long, or I would only eat, popcorn and Twinkies, whatever. But that's not the case at all. If you take the future diet out of your head, then you have nothing to do but stay in this moment and say, well, am I hungry? Like, this is me for the rest of my life. There is no magic Monday coming. There is no, holiday diet coming. This is me saying, the way I know, the way that seems most wise and long-term is to say, for the rest of my life, I'm going to say no to the gimmicks like keto. Keto is 100% a gimmick, guys, 100%. I'm going to say no to that rapid weight loss because I know it leads to really rapid, more rapid weight gain. In other words, you can lose, let's say, if you're of a certain size, you can lose 10 pounds on a week on keto. Absolutely. The scale will say 10 pounds less. It will be mostly water, but you won't know that, and you'll be so psyched. But you know what? You can gain 15 pounds back on keto with rapid rebound weight gain. I mean, that definitely happened to me. Probably not 10 and 15 pounds, but more like, 6 and 10. Absolutely. And real quick, if you have my book, in the story where I absolutely said, I can't do this anymore, was where I did like a keto-based diet. And then I went for a trip I was going on, and I went on it. This was like in the year 1999, 2000. And I was so good, and I felt great, and I went away, and I was like, oh, I liked how I looked. It was good weight and all that. And then I came back, and I weighed myself, and this was not even a week trip. It was like 5 days, and I was up literally 8 pounds or some crazy number, and I was like, I didn't even eat that much. I mean, I ate more than I was when I was dieting, but I knew that I wasn't being ridiculous. And how does someone who's not being ridiculous gain 8 pounds in like 5 days? And it wasn't weight that just fell off a couple of days later. It was weight. It was back into the bigger clothes. And I know you guys who think 8 pounds is nothing. It's the same mentality. So don't let that make you go, oh, this isn't for me. She's talking about 8 pounds. It's the same mentality. You can ask people in our private Facebook groups about that. So please don't let that bust you here. It is that feeling of of not knowing what, when, or how much to eat, of feeling like a little teeny silly child who doesn't know what to do. And I'm trying to empower you that you have that knowledge within you, even if you're overweight. You do not look at your body and say that body, overweight, is failed. That body clearly doesn't know how to eat. No, it's your body. You're not listening to your body. The weight that you're carrying is evidence of a head that's broken, of you not listening to what your innate hunger and satiety cues are. So you go on keto, you lose weight, and then you rapidly gain it back. And you're like, again, you're left in this, well, clearly I need help. I need a diet. I need a program because I can't do this on my own. And it's just the actual opposite is true. You need to discover you, I should say, rediscover you, and re-engage with the wisdom that you 100% have in your head. Found this several years ago, but only listened to No More Diets and probably gained about 30 pounds by eating whatever. Now, yeah, right, yeah, if you have been a dieter and you just say, oh, no, I'm just going to randomly eat whatever, 100% you will gain weight, 100%. With the healthy thin mentality, that's not the message. The message is not eat whatever. This is the message. Eat whatever when you're hungry. And if you miss that last step, you will gain weight. And I'm never going to lie to you. I'm going to always give it to you straight. With the healthy thin mentality, you lose weight. It's slow. It's peaceful. Because if it's not, you will gain it back. Because your body will feel threatened. And guess what? Good old Mother Nature, and you guys who want to say God, whatever, I'm inclusive here. So I say Mother Nature because I feel like it's the most inclusive. But just insert whatever word you want there for who you believe created us, okay? I'm going to stick with Mother Nature. But when you do that to yourself, your nature, the wisdom within you goes, oh my God, we're dying. Let's send massive hunger signals. So that person goes out in the field and makes new crops or kills an animal and eats it. It's really powerful stuff that you're dealing with. It's not you being weak when you eat a lot after a diet. It's your body being amazingly strong to keep you alive. Even if you're heavy, even if you're very heavy, and you dramatically cut your calories and put yourself into just dismissing whole food groups, your body is going to fight you guys, fight you so hard. And it's the energy that you spend fighting back could be spent on way happier things. And you don't need to do this. What you need to do is calm down and take a common sense look at your world around food, people around you. Look around. How many dieters do you know? Where is their weight happy, healthy weight? Or are they up and down, up and down, up and down? Like you see them 1 month and you see them a couple months later. That's the story. So don't follow that. Don't be a sheep in the herd of giving money to Weight Watchers. God, Weight Watchers. You guys, how can that company still exist? They changed their name to WW to try to make it seem fresh. It's the same thing. And every year, and I'm not going to say who did this, but someone who's like hooked into Weight Watchers somehow, I'm not really sure how, shared with me like their marketing plan for this year. And it's all about packaging and marketing the same old crap that has been around for decades, you guys. If Weight Watchers worked, we'd all be thin because practically everyone, like at least everyone maybe over 40 or something who has ever wanted to lose weight has at least looked at Weight Watchers. It doesn't work. It's a rule-driven thing that takes you away from your body, disconnects you, and instead of listening to you, you listen to Weight Watchers. Can you talk about when you're hungry but nothing sounds good? Right, okay, yes, that's a great question. We were going to talk about that, so thank you for bringing that up. When you are hungry and nothing sounds good, the chances are either you've gone, if you've been a recent dieter, either you've waited too long and your body is acting like it did when you were a dieter and just trying to just hang in there because you're not feeding it. So it can either be that you've passed hunger and especially if you feel tired, what happens inside your mouth? What happens? What happens to your body? Does your body language change? Do you kind of like sit up? Do you feel better? Like, do you feel better? Now, hold on, because I know some of you guys will say I'm an emotional eater, so I would always feel better. Just to hold that thought for a second. But if you are wondering if so let me back up. So either you've waited too long and you feel listless and your body's just exhausted and if you're in that state, even your hunger signals don't work well. If you're really tired, fatigue is a huge problem too. If you're super tired, nothing works well. You're more uncoordinated, your signals aren't as aligned, everything's worse. You know how it feels. Look if a 2-year-old is tired. They're a mess. They're a mess. Well, we're just grown-up 2-year-olds, right? When we're tired, we're a mess too. So make sure, prioritize in your life, especially when you're doing your healthy thin mentality, to make rest a priority, guys. Is that such a shocking thing? No, when we dismiss it, we just dismiss it like, oh, I'm macho if I only need 5 hours of sleep. No, you're not. You're silly. You're silly. Get your rest. Get your rest. So if you're sitting there and so one option is you're just tired and you're beyond hunger and you just don't feel well, you're listless, nothing sounds good. The other option is that you're not hungry. And food always, especially if you're a dieter, especially right after being a dieter, food always sounds good because it's like something you had to wait for and it's not 6 o'clock yet, I can't eat. And so you get this relationship with food where it always sounds good because you're always being restricted. But the answer to figure that out is the same, whether or not you've passed hunger and you're listless and just don't feel well anymore, or you're not quite hungry. Put a little something in your mouth. What happens, right? Is it great? Does your mouth and all the wonderful like explosion of taste buds bring your consciousness to that? Like you're not like working on your computer and taking a bite of something. You're like, if you're really hungry and you're working on your computer and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to eat something, but you're busy. We're all busy. I do this, and you put something in your mouth and you don't even notice it, and it doesn't even interrupt your keyboard typing. Then you're not hungry. What happens when you're hungry is when you put that food in your mouth, you go, oh, that's so good. It's really good. What is this? Oh, wow, I like it. It takes over your consciousness. It brings you to that moment. That's why the little necklace, the lip balm necklace we have, it says stay in the moment. Because food, when you are eating and you're paying attention, and I don't mean like, is a rule, like pay attention to what you eat. Because sometimes, you're busy, and I do this, and I'm hungry, and sometimes it's like, I love food, and I be careful how I say this. I don't want to make it seem like, I don't even notice it. But like sometimes you're just busy, and you just need a little something to eat, and so you eat it, but you don't pay that much attention because you're just trying to quiet hunger because you got to get somewhere. And you guys who think, oh, I'd never do that, I'd always just love food. With the healthy thin mentality, that absolutely happens. That you eat and it's just not that big a deal. It's good, but you're just trying to quiet hunger. You're not like all involved in it, and that's still okay. So it's not like every time you eat, it's like this magical experience. But when you eat when you're hungry, even when you're eating quickly, your taste buds should explode. It doesn't mean that your stomach had to be growling beforehand, because that's something that I've seen on intuitive eating programs, that they get too specific with what a hunger signal feels like, and you have to learn what yours are, because yours may not be a stomach growling. There definitely are times that I'm hungry and my stomach is not growling at all. It's got to, it can be, again, feeling grumpy. It can be tiredness. It can be, so you don't know, am I tired or am I hungry? Eat something. Do you feel great, or are you like still needing to go to bed? Well then, remember that feeling of what that was like, so if that was something that you should, if you should answer with food or with sleep. Let's see, I used to be scared of hunger. Right, yeah, me too, boy, me too. I used to so fear hunger, because not only when you are hungry, it feels bad, but you don't feel great. You can't do stuff, like you just don't feel your best. And no, hunger is fantastic. If you guys saw the What I Ate video recently, like that little bar, I don't know, it was a little Simple Truth bar. There's in Kroger, I live in Cincinnati. It's in the stores here. I don't know if it's everywhere. But God, just like that, like brightened me up. I was so hungry when I ate that. And so it was such a joy to look forward to that. I had this thing I bought, and I raced to my car, and I ate it while I was driving, and it was great. It was great. I mean, I was careful. I wasn't on the highway. But I'm just saying that it is a joy to be hungry. Like, look forward to it. Like, save your hunger for those moments. Like, so yesterday, a real quick kind of what I ate thing. So yesterday, I was going over to our daughter's house to have something for dinner. And I was so hungry. But there's no way I was going to go to my daughter's house without some hunger, because I was so excited to go. It's fun. And so I had what did I have? I had a little guacamole thing with chips. I mean, it was small, and I could have eaten more. But what you do with the healthy thin mentality is, I could eat more now, but I feel calm now. Like I can go on. Like I'm not desperate. I'm not like feeling grumpy. And then I can save my hunger for when I actually want to use it. And that is, you guys, that's what life is like with healthy thin mentality. It's just so much better. And that's where I'm trying to get you, so that so your hunger is like your gift. It's your tool. It's what you use as your guide. It's not a scale. It is, I've got this amount of hunger in a day. Don't think I have this amount of calories. Think I have this amount of hunger. And I'm going to spend that hunger on food I love when my hunger is peaking. I'm not going to give myself food when my hunger isn't strong, because that's no fun. It's mediocre at best. And you guys who are going, I'd always be hungry. No, you won't. No, you won't. Give yourself a chance. Give that amazing body of yours a chance. Okay, so I'm going to talk about speed of eating. I always say that I eat really quickly, but I got to remind you, I did not eat quickly when I first started my healthy thin mentality. What's happened is because over time I understand that I can eat quickly and there's no problem. In the beginning, I was afraid if I ate quickly that I wouldn't hear myself. And you know what? I think that's true. I think when you're beginning and you're just learning how to be a healthy thin mentality eater, which you 100% can do, guys, let me assure you, you can do this. This is not magic. This is normal eating. But in the beginning, just take your time a little bit so you don't blow through hunger into full out, stomach full overeating, because you just didn't take the time to, okay, what's going on here? Give your body a chance to give you the signals that you need to know that you can stop eating, that you're good, and that you can save whatever you have left for later, right? That's a good thing. So give yourself that chance. So yes, in the beginning, and someone made a great comment in our private group saying that she was doing that despite me saying, hey, I eat quickly. So I'm glad she brought that up, because yeah, I need to say, in the beginning, you just slow down a little bit. And don't put a special plate out. Don't just take a second and go, could this be enough? Could this be enough? Or am I going to walk away from the table feeling really like, wow, I need more? And if that's the case, have some more. And when you put food in your mouth and it's no longer taking your full consciousness, like, God, this is so good. Wow, I'm so lucky. Again, you guys, we're lucky to have amazing food. And, wow, I made this, and this is really good. I'm going to make this again. If you're not having thoughts like that, then maybe it's time to just hold on and put that beautiful food on a great way for you to have it later, or to give to someone you love, or just, and food is love, guys. It is love. Like, don't let anyone tell you that emotional eating is bad. Emotional eating is a big part of it. Like when a mom makes food for their child or dad, that's love, right? So don't take that out of it. But when you're eating with love, and it's you eating, say, I'm providing myself with something so amazing here, and I feel so good. And when it's not good, I'm going to save it for when I can do this for myself again. It's positive. It's not, oh, you've had enough. Look at you. You've had enough. It's not like that. It's just not like that. Don't do that to yourself. Don't talk to yourself that way, okay? Promise, it makes a difference. So let's see. And then head hunger. Right, head hunger, which is kind of what we've been talking about, the difference between head hunger and how to back into it and say, am I just wanting to eat? And again, and acknowledging that all hunger signals are not just in the stomach. Like literally, when you want something to eat, use all your senses to figure out what it is. Use your nose, use your eyes, use what's happening in your mouth as you open your refrigerator and you go, And if you're saying, well, I'd always grab the easy, quick, sugary thing, I understand that. And what I do, and I did in the beginning too, is, yeah, have the yummy, maybe less nutritious food around too. But also, like, if you get to a point where you're really hungry, sometimes you'll grab the quickest thing because it's quick and you're just super hungry. But if you also had something that you also really liked, that was, also ready, because sometimes the sweet things are instead. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have the cake or cookies. If that's what you're craving, have it. But sometimes in desperation, we'll just go, well, at least that's ready and I'll just eat that. So take care of yourself. Make sure you have choices across the board, like protein dense, carbohydrate dense, fruit. Have things. Take care of yourself. Like if you were your own mom, like what would you do? You'd say, well, she might want this or he might want that. And here's some things. And take care of yourself. And if you think that's a lot of work, it's way less work than being a dieter. It's also way less expensive than being a dieter, because dieters buy tiny amounts of food for a lot of money. Like, you guys know I worked at Nutrisystem. We had I'll tell the story real quick. We had these crackers that came in. They were nothing. They were like Melba toast. They were nothing. And when they came in priced incorrectly, and this is a long time ago. It was like $4 and it should have been $3. This was a long time ago. This was in the early 80s. And we just left the price. So I said, manager, well, this came in. I said, I'll just leave it. Just, tell them it's our special cracker. Yeah, you guys, that kind of stuff is all over the place. And I'm so sorry I participated in it. But, I quit after I realized that it was garbage, the whole thing. I really did. So, and then, yeah, the last question we kind of talked about already, like what happens if you don't feel hungry? Like we just talked about that. So make sure that you are giving yourself the opportunity to hear your hunger or to hear your satiety with no sadness, no feeling of, oh, I don't get to eat now. No, you don't get to eat this minute, but in an hour and a half, in whatever it is, you will, and it'll be fantastic, and you'll feel good, and your body will appreciate that you waited for that wonderful hunger, because hunger is the best sauce. So you guys who came here because the keto was in the headline, please don't do keto. Please don't do that. You'll only be thin temporarily or thinner temporarily, and you'll gain it back and you're going to feel miserable. It's all over the place. And again, the promotions of keto always focus on the short-term weight loss, and no one ever puts their picture up saying, look, I did keto and I gained all this back, because no one wants to do that. Reasonable. I don't blame them. So anyway, you guys, I will do another video of what I ate on Wednesday, because really people like that, so I'm happy to do it again. And thank you so much for being here. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Hold on here. Yep. Okay, great, guys. Again, thank you for being here with me, and I will be back soon. Please, like, share, subscribe. That really helps. Thanks a lot, guys.